Now, Francois, a lot of people are looking at gold, and there's a lot of different ways that you can invest in gold, whether it be through explorers or through producers or through buying the gold and storing it in your backyard. But one of the main areas in which your company is focusing on is on the artisanal gold miners. Why would that be? Why is that the selection that you guys have chosen?
Well, there was different reasons, but mainly because it's a gigantic missed opportunity. There's 40 million artisanal gold miners around the world, and it's very documented, very well documented. They can't have access to capital. So we're missing certainly an economic portion of that missed opportunity, in that sense that the traditional financing environment is not interested in that market. They consider this market or sub-market too risky for them. They don't understand. They perceive this as being illegal, violent. So it's not good. It's not good for them. It's not good as part of their traditional standard of investment. The fact that that community, very large community of 40 million, don't have access to capital, it makes their working environment not the ideal world. They don't have money to invest into proper technology. They use toxic chemicals to extract the gold. There's a lot of violence. They can't have access on an exclusive basis to their extraction territory, concessions or claims. That makes it a very violent type of environment. Large NGOs around the world, United Nations, World Bank, all recognize that this is a massive problem. It's a massive problem. It's a missed opportunity on the economic side, but also on the human and environmental side. GoldFinX has been able to provide a mechanism for funding that sub-industry. And to our knowledge, there's nothing like this on the market. So for the first time, we provide this path for investing into this untapped market. There's, like I've said, hundreds and hundreds of potential mines that could be financed. And essentially, we've developed this company, fintech, a funding platform. So we organize the prospect, we select them carefully. We bring our mining engineers, our geologists, our management experts, and basically we help them and coach them in such a way that they develop their business that we fund in a very creative way, but allow them to make good decisions now that they have access to adequate financing. In that sense, they're no longer using chemical or toxic chemical for that matter. And just maybe a point that is of importance, because pretty much everybody's affected around the world because of their inappropriate operation. It's the fact that we're not supposed to be eating so much fish in our diet every week. And the main reason for that, it's because of the mercury content in the fish. And that mercury comes predominantly from the artisanal gold mining environment. And then let me remind you that the mercury is used in the remote areas inland, yet the fish is in the middle of the ocean. So picture the trail of devastation. So there's a lot of downside in the fact that that very large segment of the mining industry is not able to have access to capital. We have fixed that problem. We are able to raise in a very novel way using digital currency, sourcing the money. We allocate the money in a fair trade, but very profitable way, where everybody gains. The artisanal gold miners get their funding. The investor gets an interesting return. GoldFinX makes decent money in this exercise, and at the same time, we help fix the priority that the World Bank and United Nations have set to fix or address that problem. We are creating a sustainable method to help a larger number or larger percentage of that 40 million gold miners around the world. And to the best of our knowledge, if it's not for GoldFinX, there's no other ways to help that community. And not doing anything is not an option. Everybody gets impacted. There's a big missed opportunity on the economic side, human side, and environmental. So GoldFinX have engineered this platform in such a way that we try to remove risk as possible to basically render the investment into artisanal small-scale gold miners as appreciative as any other type of potential investment linked to the mining industry. The industrial, the exploration company, the public company, the 43101 documented type of environment. In the way that we select our prospect mines, the due diligence that we do, the constant supervision that we provide. Just to give you an example, we are responsible for 100% of the metal that comes out of the ground. And we have supply chain management that brings this gold, this raw gold, all the way up to the refinery. And we are the one that sends the 80% back to the gold mining authority, not authority, but ownership. So either the co-op or the owner of the mine. So there's different ways that we've basically built, or a different instrument that we've built into this platform in such way that we mitigate the risk. So at the end of the day, small investors, retail or large investor institutionals are actually feeling more comfortable investing into this untapped market. And this provides fantastic return, but more importantly, the possibility of investing into a mature industry, but untapped until today. And this is what basically we were able to do, provide this medium or path for investment in a risk mitigated environment for providing an interesting rate of return on investment for the investors and fantastic benefits to the gold miners, the small scale gold miners, their community, the local government. So everybody wins into this scenario. And one thing that the large NGOs truly appreciate, this is a sustainable way. So you don't have to provide grants every 2 years to help these guys. This, you seed ones, and then you manage, you render them efficient, and you control. And this is going to be working for years and years and years. So as long as there's gold under the ground, we'll be there to take advantage of this. But in a very fair trade way for the gold miners, and a very profitable way for the investors and for GoldFinX as well.